This is Christina, and you're watching Custom Games. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stream. I'm your host, Christina. Tonight, we're back in Car Mechanic Sim. I am joined by Chase and the disembodied voice of Link. Say hi, guys.
Ew.
Ignore that. Hello.
Tonight, we are continuing where we left off last time, plus or minus 10 grand. I may have made some money off stream just so that we have a little bit more wiggle room to work with. And the project tonight we're starting off with is this lovely story mission that has a few things wrong with it. And last I knew, it can't start. So this is going to be an engine job. So we'll spend about the first half of stream looking at this guy. Then we'll be switching over to our project car to maybe build out the suspension. Sound good?
Well.
Okay, so what I want to do, let's go into examination mode, because this is something we really didn't use on stream last time. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just sort of use my mechanic spidey sense and investigate different parts of this car. You know, just see if I can figure out what's wrong. Just by looking at it. Because that apparently doesn't bother Chase at all.
Shotgun diagnostics.
Say again?
Shotgun diagnostics.
Shotgun diagnostics.
Mm-hmm.
The Chase, I hear you have some more stories prepared for us.
I don't know, maybe. They'll start flowing eventually.
Well, do we want to start with the time you had to carry a transmission?
I mean,
Or is had to the wrong word?
There's not much to the story. It's just I picked up a transmission and moved it.
I thought there
It
was
wasn't until
more
I
to it than
looked
that.
Kind of funny that I realized I probably shouldn't have been carrying a transmission.
Haha.
Also, half second.
Also, Boog, this is what I mean. I'm using examination mode, which is looking at it and just knowing what condition everything's in without pulling anything off the car.
I mean, for the most part, that's an okay thing. It's just called a multi-point inspection.
To know all of that, everything orange.
You can know a lot about certain components, especially underbody, just by looking at them and shaking them.
I'm going to do a few other things as well. I'm trying to get... Oh, can't be started, so we can't do that. That was compression I tried. Electronics. Let's just get the electronics out of the way. Because that's the one that's always difficult to read. Alternator. Throttle. There's a fleece. Ugh. Okay, so we have at least electrical problems.
So here's my problem with this diagnostic procedure.
Yeah.
You tested the alternator and the starter, and the engine can't turn over.
Yeah.
Now you can measure the resistance of the Bendix. I will give you that on a starter and get some idea if it's good or not. But other than that, without exciting the field coil on a alternator, you can't test it.
Let's go ahead and, go ahead and pull that battery out and get it charged. That's happening. Let's take the filter cover off. Do a new air filter.
Boog says giggity at you, Chase.
Hey. That's what it's called. It's exciting the field coil. That's what makes an alternator produce power. Come here, strawberries and cream.
Throttle V6B.
Ah, that's good. Oh.
There's my alternator. Unmount. Let's pull the totally bad alternator off. Wait a minute. Oh, this is gonna be one of yeah. Minute. I can't tell what's above average rust and what's just rust. And is this battery ready? I think it is. Yep. That's the fastest battery charge in the world. Ain't no trickle charge. That's a fire hose charge.
You know, it's dunk and it's charged.
That is just alternator is what that's called. Okay. That was all those. Now let's play with the fuses. I need 2 type A's, a B, and a 70. Two type A's, a B, and a 70. All right. Bets on if we will get it to start.
Probably not.
Haha! It'll start!
I'll be down.
Oh, lordy. Okay. Now, here's the question. Was any of that shit we have to touch? Nope. Great. That's great. All right, let's go ahead and just do the oil change. Get that out of the way. Move equipment, A. Use the drain. Put it back. Where's the filter? Did they say change filter? Nope. Although they want to change the other fluids except the windshield washer. They just want to fill the windshield washer. So, down here. So we're going to change out all the fluids, and then we will play the Catch-22 game of what else is wrong on the test path. Okay, part on mount. Start with the brakes and do things in reverse. This is an unhelpful view game. Boog wants to know, have you worked on case skid steers, Chase?
No. Worked on just about every other medium engine in the world. But I mean, after a certain point, electronics, hydraulics is hydraulics.
In other words, the question is, what do you need? Right?
Okay, look. You stop it.
Okay, all the fluids are done. And now at this point, we're down to just whatever those are. So, let's take this, use the test path. Let's just see if we can figure out. The engine still can't be... I never fixed the starter.
You broke it.
Back to lift A. Go all the way underneath this time. Transmission. Let's start. That's this one. Wait a minute, the starter wasn't on that list, though. No, the starter was not on that list. Okay, starter goes back in. Barely clinging onto life starter. What else we got? What else we got? OED scanner. Which you totally do in the engine bay. Hey, there's the shit we want.
Let's see, my fact of the matter is that it can diagnose ignition coils and spark plugs when the engine's not running. That's a KOER test.
That's more specifics. What's KOER?
E-on engine running.
Ah.
You have KOEO and KOER.
4 plugs and 4 coils. Oh, here we go, Chase. That's all you. Three parts left.
Oh.
Fuel filter and fuel pump are bad. Fuel filter. Oh, there it is. Like ugly. Fuel pump, fuel filter.
Like Boog is the only requirement is the additive has zinc. Like you're looking for a zinc additive, or does it have other things?
Path still can't be started. Move the car to the top. What are your secrets? Seems fine.
I mean, technically, any enginal zinc additive should work. Like zinc, I think Lucas makes a zinc additive. I know like liquid moly or liquid moly makes a zinc additive. Christina, for the additive he's looking for, a lot of older hydraulic systems use zinc as an additive. Engine oil did too, as a matter of fact. The zinc, when it comes up to temperature, leaves behind a zinc coating on the inside of on inside surfaces, and that gets
Okay.
worn away instead of the mechanical components.
Gotcha.
It's basically like a friction extender. HTO additive. Let me look in my MSDSs here and see.
Holy oil.
Oh, here's the case part number. Let me pull up its material safety data sheet and see what's in it.
Chase,
Yes.
you want to be mad at the game?
Oh God.
The engine would not start because it was a used oil filter.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
I can't tell if you're astounded or annoyed, Chase.
Both.
Both. Also, I can guarantee you we're going to see this car again.
Oh.
This is a type of job that I saw a lot in 18, where they show you the car, they have you get it running, and it goes away for a while. Then it comes back, and there's more to do. And then it goes away for a while, comes back, and there's more to do again.
Yeah.
Car status. Finish order. Fuck off. Thank you. That took a lot less time than I thought it was going to. Link, pick 2 cards, 1 through 5.
1-4.
1 and 4. Barn location and scrap parts. Thank you. And we might as well show that barn location and see if we get anything good out of it. Sell parts. Anything below 99. All right. Well, let's go to that barn and see what you figured out. Link.
Lucas Oil.
Hmm?
Look at that.
Ooh, a bolt cargo. Okay. What is this? Cost? Hey, out of price range. Damn. That'd be a nice truck to have. We could do a lot with that. I know for a fact we can't get this. Nope. 122,000. Nope. Well, decent barn location, Link. Unfortunately, not a whole lot that we can get at this exact moment. What are you? Yeah, a little hatchback. Buy that, but I'm not a fan of that car. Yeah, I4. No thanks. Back here.
Nope. Too many
Nope.
acids in that one.
I think we're good. It's a nice pick, Link. Unfortunately, I should have waited. Because I couldn't buy the bolt cargo. I didn't have enough money. Well, let's get back to working on the project car and see if we can get that done today. So this time we need to do transmission and all 4 wheels.
Major tree and epileptic dystole- yeah, okay, yeah, no.
HV. Think. Custom gearbox. There. Carter V8. Exhaust pipe V8 OHV. Also using B. Nope, just 2 A's. 2 A's into 2 middle mufflers into 2 V8 OHVs. 2 mid mufflers. 2 rear muffler V8 OHV.
Yeah, alright.
Front suspension cross member E.
And what is the ratio here? Percent.
Let's get like, oh, I don't know, 2 dozen of these because we're always gonna need them. And let's do a dozen of these. Excuse me.
Okay, sorry for being all mumbly in the background.
Let's way over our being.
Boog, yes, Case no longer manufactures that particular additive. Well, more specifically, Viscosity Oil Company no longer manufactures that for Case. The additive is 60% oil and 40% zinc additive. Oddly enough, according to material safety data sheets, the Lucas TB Zinc Plus engine break-in oil additive is the exact same thing.
Chase, master of Google Foo, everyone.
Wait, it's more of I know where to look with the with OSHA to look up the recipes for these things and see what they are.
Gotcha. Also, did you just call them recipes?
I mean, that's what they are, technically.
I mean, recipe is a lot easier to say than material safety data sheet. Because that's all I did was pull them up in the
Fair.
hazmat library and see what they're made of. Sure.
Oh, good lord.
I'll send you the MSDSs I used. Also, oddly enough, Lucas's classic car premix motor oil, hot rod and classic car, has almost the exact weight of that zinc in it already. Discord. Let me find Boog here. There's Boog.
We'll have 2 of those. We'll have bearings, 4 of those. 2, we'll have caps. This ventilated.
All right, Boog, the relative MSDSs have been sent to you. Oddly enough, the funny thing about the case additive is their additive as manufactured is between 40 and 70% the zinc additive. It's anywhere in between, according to the MSDS. So they're not even giving you an exact amount of additive. I guess it's by their manufacturing process or what.
In shop, suspension. Double wishbone shock. Different springs. Different caps. Meanwhile, I'm just building a suspension here. Almost got the front put together. I mean, that's a plus.
Yeah. I mean, really and truthfully, front end suspension's the hardest to deal with. Well, unless you're adjusting torsion keys, but other than that, I don't wish torsion keys on anybody.
Got the wrong alternator.
Dun dun dun.
Found out that there's a high power output one to match the
Okay.
rest of the high power systems.
So in this case, here's the question. Is it the parts person's fault or the tech's fault?
Yes. Because they're both the same person right now.
Right now, yes, but in the real world,
Oh, like all good answers, it depends.
oh, does it now?
Parts guy should be looking up the part based off of the VIN number of the car. The tech should be noting if there were any oddities about the one that was pulled, if it's aftermarket or what, or if there's some sort of difference, or if the application is changing.
Oh, I'm going to be the first to tell you right now that 9 times out of 10, a high output and a regular alternator will look no different. The only difference between a high output and a regular alternator most of the time is the fact that there's no choke on the current output. They're the exact same made. They always only make the high output one, and then if they want a lower output, they put a choke on the current output.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like computer processors.
I see. Also, I have
Much
no
cheaper
idea
than making a separate production line
what
for each.
wheel sizes this has. Tire size 14s. 215.
14-inch wheel.
14-inch wheel, 215s up front, 265s in the rear.
Yeah.
Okay, so 14-inch rim. We're going to put Atlanta's back on it. And then I need to go to the tire shop. 215.65 is what I saw. 215.65 and 265.65. Ah. I think I'm putting a BF Great Roll on. What do you think? I think
Probably.
I think BF Great Roll is probably where I'm going.
Yeah.
14, 215, 65. I need 2 of those. And then I need 2 to 65. 65s. Gonna mount those up. The other thing I like about this is wheel balancing actually has like a mini game now that feels somewhat like the act of doing it. I'm saying somewhat. I'm using very light language here.
I just love the fact that you're referring to tire balancing as a mini game.
It is in this.
I mean,
Let me because like you're not doing anything here.
like no. See, adding a tire and removing a tire, I will be impressed when this game has you covered in tire lube and you've pinched your hand 6 times between the rim and the tire itself.
And you're strong arming the tire onto the rim
With a tire spoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've done my fair share of those.
What I love is usually what happens is the tiniest guy in the shop is the one that has to end up strong arming them. And they're literally just bouncing up and down on the tire spoon because they can't get the tire loose. And they go, "Can I get somebody that's bigger than me?" Yes, yes, we'll be right there.
Balance. All right.
Or when you can't get
So
the
now,
lead to sit, you gotta use a
It
cheater.
actually shows you, okay, I need to adjust the marker to match, balance it. Oh, second weight, and third weight.
Jesus.
See?
Okay, so I'm gonna show my age here.
Oh boy.
So you're used to a tire balancer like this.
Yep.
Then recently I introduced you to the fact of what a road force balancer was.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen a balancing balancer?
You're gonna have to explain it because I don't know that I've ever heard things called that. But we have
Essentially.
different names for a lot of things.
Well, I'm looking for a good picture.
1565s on the front. Nope, wait, cancel. Wrong tire.
Here we go. Yep. Copy image. I'm gonna put this in median meme so everybody can see it.
Pull it up on her
Yeah, I know, I got
phone.
you.
Pulls it up on her phone.
Hold and there.
Oh.
That is a tire balancer.
I have played with one of those.
Got a
I
little
have
bubble
used
in the
one of
top.
those. Yep. I have used one of
Uh-huh.
those.
You do not know how creative you are and how good at problem solving you are until you balance a tire on a bubble balancer.
Have you seen on-car balancers?
I hate them. Just like I hate an on-car brake lathe.
Where it's like a little cart that you end up dropping the tire on and spinning.
Uh-huh. The problem is you end up with a vibration from the chassis, and that causes the balance to be off. That tire will be balanced on that part of the car. The moment you rotate the tires, it's out of balance. The only true way to get a good balance on a tire is to use a road force balancer off vehicle. But road force balancers are expensive. Good lord, they're expensive.
I have spring plates. I have U-bolts. I have 2 of them. I'm gonna have to build one side with new stuff. Seeing a cheaper version of that bubble balancer. Oh, God. There's a cheaper version?
Yeah, it's basically a metal triangle with a dinner plate on top of it. I'm dead serious. Wait. And you watch how the tire goes "Ooh," when you spin it, and you balance it that way. It's a by-eye balancer. It really is. But you got to think. By-eye balancing was okay back then because there was literally so much play in the suspension of these vehicles.
Yep.
That it did not matter.
Yep.
If you've ever ridden in an old Lincoln, where you could hit a pothole and be like, was that a pothole?
Did we hit something?
Yeah. Did you hear
Actually,
a slight
no.
scream?
Actually, it'd be more like, we hit something?
Yeah, what? What was that sound? But you can only hear the sound if the window was down. The windows were up, Armageddon could be going on outside and you wouldn't know it. In my days of doing all this stuff, when I first worked in the parts department, I had a service manager. His name was Dave. He's freaking fantastic. He's taught me so much, even including things I really shouldn't know. Like, I can taste most vehicle fluids and tell you what they are.
I'm
Excuse me?
sorry. We're coming back to that in a minute. Continue on.
He wouldn't let us use any of the new stuff until we learned the old stuff first.
That's fair. I did the same
this-
thing at school.
Yeah, but he would not let us use the parts catalog until we could use the parts catalog.
For reference,
Like-
folks, there is a difference between those two statements.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and here's another one. Then once we graduated from the paper catalog, we weren't allowed to use the computer catalog yet. We could use the microfiche catalog.
Okay, even I don't know what that one is.
Know what a microfiche is?
are teeny tiny pieces of film that the catalog was printed on. And you would load these film strips into a microfiche viewer and you would move them around. You could fit a whole book on a 6-inch by 6-inch card.
Oh,
It was
wow.
so tiny. And you would just slide it along back and forth to read it. Then we were allowed to use the computer catalog. The moment we could find it as fast in everything else as we could the computer catalog is when we were allowed to use the computer catalog.
Which is also where a couple of your stories around having to go to the old catalog came from,
Oh, yeah.
right? But you want to tell like
there's
one
been
of
a number
those?
of times. Oh,
There were a
there's one
couple
time we
you
had a-
saved the day.
well, yeah, one of them was
Chase.
the turn signal motor for that Mustang.
Could you stand the... Thank you.
We had a guy come in. He was restoring his old Mustang, and he asked my parts manager. Said, "You know, this is going to sound really weird. Like you're not going to be able to look it up by the VIN number because, you know, newsflash: if it's more than 8 years old, VIN number ain't going to help you when it comes to looking up something.
Okay.
It's only going to tell you what you know in your own head is the feature set. Like, you can give me VIN numbers for GM products, and I can tell you what options they have based on their VIN number. But he had this older Mustang he was restoring. And my parts manager, she said, well, we'll try to see if we can find it. And she starts looking in the other catalog, and she goes, uh-oh. She goes, you know what? Hold on. Let me get the guy that knows everything. And I'm behind her, just rolling my eyes. And she says, Chase. And I went up, I said, yeah. And she goes, he's restoring his old Mustang. I said, okay. She goes, we're looking for a part. I said, okay. She goes, I can't find it in the catalog. And I'm like, you probably won't. She goes, can you help? I said, yes, I'll be right back. She goes, where are you going? I said, upstairs. I'll be right back. So I go upstairs and I come back down with This is all you could hear in the parts office is thump, 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 thump. And she was so confused. And the guy was like, what? I walk in from the back room of the parts department, and I've got a set of hand trucks. And on the hand trucks is the year of parts catalog for his year.
Oh, wow.
And I said, okay, kadunk. What part we looking for? And Jessica looks and she goes, oh. And the guy goes, y'all still have those? And I said, yeah, a lot of places try to throw them away, but if I'm working there, I don't let them get rid of them. I said, so I put these upstairs when I got here. And we start looking, and I found the part number in the catalog. I said, okay, now we get to play the fun part. Let's trace how many times this part number changed before it was discontinued. 9 part number changes later,
Oh my god.
I had the latest part number, but I had them all in front of me. Couldn't find anything by the oldest part number and the newest part number. So I called VPI out of Atlanta. VPI is a really cool place. VPI is Vintage Parts Incorporated. They've got warehouses all over the country. And each year, when a manufacturer marks their previous year in line discontinued, they buy up all the commonly replaced parts. They buy a certain number and they keep them in their warehouses. So you can call VPI and say, hey, I'm looking for this part number. We went through 6 part numbers before she found one in the system. And it was in a West Coast warehouse. And they couldn't find it. Spot on the shelf it was supposed to be wasn't there. They ended up finding it. Got it shipped to us. Got the guy's turn signal motor. I've done that with a few different parts. But yeah, knowing how to use your paper catalogs or the microfiche ones will save the day when it comes to part stuff, especially like if you're in an area where either people just don't give up their cars or you've got a lot of people that restore.
Interesting.
And around here, I've got a little bit of everything.
I think our car is ready.
Oh.
Ooh.
Link look back to extreme. Ooh.
You're gonna experience kinetic energy again, Chase, if you aren't careful.
No, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the real fun. First of all, let's make sure car status is 100%. All across the board, we're 100%.
Woo!
Which means it is now time to give this a test. Oh, actually, no. Wait. Move the car to the test path. It needs an alignment. I have not done that. Chase, you're gonna cuss out this alignment. It's literally
No.
just...
Nope.
Did you just nope? That's it?
I just nope.
Take the Hellcat. All right. Here goes. Let's hope my controller actually picked up. Do quarter mile. Jesus. 0 to 60 ain't bad. Sub 3 second, 0 to 60. Full mile. Start. Give it another run. I'm out of gears. Then 8.6, almost 8.7 eighth mile, 12-second quarter mile.
Oh,
Not bad.
no.
And just as a comparison, I also want to take it to the track real quick, just so I can see it run on the track. But I think we got a nice car here.
Yeah.
And then we got to go to the junkyard and find the next one.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Let's go to the racetrack. In the Hellcat.
Blum 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 blum.
Whoa!
You just painted it.
God! She's got a lot of pull all of a sudden.
Oh, it's that fake alignment's what it is.
Up! Now, every time I put my foot to the floor, the whole car just goes, nope. I actually have to feather the throttle through the first couple gears. God. This thing is scary. Nope. Overdrove that corner. Look at that.
Jesus.
See what I mean? The watch. I'll put. So if I feather, I'm okay. But now let me put my foot to the floor.
Whole car just stands
Steer
up,
pole.
starts floating.
Yeah.
Oh, you have too much torque.
See you think?
Just slightly too much torque.
Great drift car.
Yes, a drift Hellcat.
That.
I mean, Chris fixes a drift Mustang. saying that much about it.
Oh my god.
Return to garage, repaint the vehicle, take all the dents
Oh yeah,
out,
all that
replace
goes away.
front
All
quarter
that goes
panel.
away.
Our car is complete. We're gonna take it to the track. We're gonna
Now-
rebuild the car.
Do we sell this car to have more money going to the junkyard?
How much you sell it for?
81 grand.
That's a nice chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
Considering I bought it at 6,000
Mm-hmm.
and I've sunk 30 grand or so into it. I'd say sell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chase. Yeah.
What?
You want me to keep the car?
Affirmative. I believe it would be an indubiously good idea to place the car into the market. Yes. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yeah, that's, just, just feels kind of like you're like, maybe.
Forgive me, madam. Yes, quite. I do believe it would be such a splendid idea to receive credits in that manner.
Done.
No, wait. You should have sold it.
Too late. All right, let's go to the junkyard and let's see what we can get. Because this will be our next check. And I'll give it, well, we've got an hour. I'm going to give it 2 passes through the junkyard. We've also got 2 more barns we can go look at. So I've got 4 potential places we could get a vehicle at. However, I can't revisit any of them.
Just see all the ones that you like and just stick them all in the corner somewhere.
Well, that's what I'm thinking is grab the cars and then we have to decide at the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what are you? Audi? Nope.
Nope.
Nope. That's there for a reason. Was actually born there. Molded there. The entire Audi crowd's going to be slaughtering me in the comments. God. This one's barren. No. Ooh, ooh! Ooh, looky.
Yes, that one.
Old Daddy T.
Yeah, nope. That's the next project car.
Let's buy it. Let's do the other 3 and see if we have something else we find that we like. See ya, Boog. Have a good night. No. All right. So run number 1 got us the old Daddy T. Turn a garage. Accept. 3 more destinations, and then we decide. And I actually think I'm going to do the barns next because I have more bankroll right now, so I could potentially get something. The barns are inherently more expensive. So let's walk up front. Okay. There's the Daddy T. And now... Also, why are you excited about it? You wouldn't even fit in it.
Oh.
Mister, I had to put the top down on a Miata to drive it. I have a feeling my base is about to be a crater.
It might be.
What base?
Okay. All right, here comes the barn. Let's see what we get. All right. So what other stories do you have from the industry, Chase?
The industry.
That ain't
I don't
bad.
know.
Second gen, not a Camaro. That ain't bad. Actually, what's the engine? 2 carb. And what are we looking at? Does have supercharge options. Wouldn't be bad.
Well, there was a time when I was working in Advance that one of my employees was almost blinded by a customer that was an idiot.
Oh god.
Guy tried to charge his battery at home,
Oh god.
brought it into us, saying that he wanted us to charge it and did an inspection on it because it was acting weird. We're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And one of my drivers, Dorothy, loved her to death. She comes to me and she says, hey, this battery I put back here for this customer is making a weird noise. And I said, weird noise? So I go back and we have a quick charge. So it's in the quick charger and you could hear from inside the quick charger there's this weird noise. And I open the little flimsy door that's not even attached to it, pull it off and look, and this battery is almost doubled in size. I told Dorothy, I said, get back. I said, go open the roll-up door at the other end of the store. She opens the roll-up door. I grab this battery, I go flying through the building. I set it down, slam the roll-up door, and when I slam the roll-up door, I hear a popping noise and a sizzling noise.
Oh.
And it's one of the few times in my life that I've gotten genuinely angry.
Oh.
As in, like, let people see me angry.
Okay.
Yeah, my boss said, I got done talking to the customer and sent him on his way, and my boss comes up to me and he goes, okay, remind me never to make you angry. And I said, why? And that's when I realized that the store was silent.
Oh. By the way,
Not
I
the
got
phone wasn't
candidate
ringing,
number
nothing.
2.
Ooh, okay. So, I tore into this guy because I asked him, I said, what did you do to that battery? He goes, what do you mean? So what did you do to the battery? He said, I didn't do nothing to it. I said, you almost sent me and my employee to the Augusta Burn Center for acid burns. What did you do to the battery? He goes, oh, when I was charging it, the little caps on top kept popping off, so I glued them back down so they wouldn't come off anymore.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's when everyone said that I looked like I was going to just begin levitating while my head spun around in circles. I apparently said just about everything under the sun to this gentleman. My boss thought that I I was going to lay him out. He said I was scared to death you were going to hurt him. I read him the riot act and basically told him, you know, you could have hurt my employee. You could have hurt yourself. You could have hurt anybody else in this store. Those were coming off because the battery was getting ready to explode. I said, that's a safety measure. I said, technically what you did is bypassing a safety feature. That is a felony. Would you like me to call the police? He's like, oh, no. I said, then get out of my store. Said the dude ran.
I found candidate number 3.
Ooh.
Harder choice now, isn't it?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, junkyard one more time. If we find one more.
I will say, though, that I did my best when I worked at Advance to always treat my guys and gals that work for me the best I could.
As every good manager does.
Well, like at one point, I got a very long, nasty email from the regional vice president telling me off for using the store credit card as much as I did to buy food for the staff. And then I just, switched to buying it out of my own pocket. But I could ask anybody to do anything in that store, and it was done right that second. Everybody loved Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, God.
Well, I fried turkeys.
Okay.
On premises.
Oh, Jesus.
I got paid my hourly wage standing in the back parking lot and fried turkeys. Yeah, I fed them employees good. Actually, let me see if I can find a picture of one of those turkeys. I know I showed you the other night, Christina, the picture of one that I fried before everyone tore into it.
I think so.
Well, I fried one at Thanksgiving and brought it in, and everyone was eating while I was cleaning up outside, and I got back in, and it was nothing but bones.
Oh, he went, aw.
They said all they heard from the back of the store was, I was outside for 5 minutes. Followed up by, you damn vultures.
All right. What shall it be?
You know my vote, but I'm just not going to say nothing. 'Cause
Link.
apparently you don't like my vote.
Old one. Very old one.
Aha! Link votes with me. Yes.
Are we keeping the other 2, or am I going to turn and burn?
Restore them all.
I mean, the bare minimum, keep the number 3.
Oh, the supernova?
Yes. I couldn't remember the word nova.
Or
My
the
brain was like,
magnum, rather. The magnum. I believe this is the... Yep, Tempest Magnum. We can hang on to them. I'm going to be shuffling them all around a little bit, but I can keep them all. Let's put this guy in parking. That'll be waiting as our next one after this. You are headed to A, and we're becoming a restoration shop. Actually, no. You are going to the car wash first, my friend. You are ugly! See what's under all that dirt.
Oh, no. I started scrolling back through old stuff, and I just found a video of when one of my techs rebuilt a Mustang motor by hand and put it in his truck.
Oh
And when
boy.
I say Mustang motor, I mean just like a 4-banger Mustang motor. Like it was Mustang only in name.
Okay.
He lapped the valves by hand in the shop. It was so stupid. So stupid. Oh, there's the picture of when I got to work one morning and my master tech was sitting outside. And he goes, "You have to go in first." And I'm like, "Why?" And that's when I noticed that the shop doors were open all night.
Oh.
What made it better was when I walked up front and asked the GM when he got there, I said, "Who was the last one here?" And he goes, "Last night?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I was. Why?" I said, "Oh, wrong answer." And he goes, "What?" I said, "The shop doors were left open." He said, "Huh?"
Hey,
I said, "You left my shop doors open, my guy." And that led to a big, long, drawn-out conversation that turned into a screaming match. Oh, I found the picture where I put up all the stuff at my parts manager's desk. Caution, old folks zone.
Ooh, I know what truck I know what I want to work on if we can ever find one.
Ooh, that's not what I want to do. Yes.
That
Oh, yeah.
Salem 1500,
Uh-huh.
old step side.
Love a good step side.
Sort of taking a look at all the options. In fact, an Echo Simperator wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Oh, is that what I meant to do?
Chieftain Bandit, we already know what that one is. And I do want to do a Bolt Cargo and a Bolt Atlanta, both of those at some point, but
You got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Which all bandit run.
door, thunder, door, thunder,
I've
hood,
done that weird thing again.
headlight, tail light, fender, fender, headlight, mirror, tail light, trunk, windshield.
Okay, now I remember. Jesus. I started scrolling through little pictures and I forgot what I was looking for.
Turkey.
Yes, I remember now. Oh, there's pictures from when I was running the lab at Karmic. My laboratory. Oh, God. Okay, I've got an embarrassing picture to share with everyone.
Oh boy.
And this is a picture of me attempting to breathe. When I said one time just now that I'd worked at Karmic and I had a lab there, and I had gotten an order of packing peanuts in. U-line packing peanuts, and it's just like it's a bag that's as big as I am, full of packing peanuts,
Okay.
so we could ship stuff. And my boss at the time makes a joke, and I just said, "Oh God, we should do it." And basically, what it amounted to is, I held up the bag of packing peanuts. We ran at each other to see what would happen.
Oh, no.
I did not take into account the fact that there was no way for air to leave said bag of packing peanuts.
oh no.
So if you ever took a small bag of chips and just squeezed it, well, the packing peanuts just went straight in the air. And I immediately lost it to the point where I could not breathe anymore. So the picture I just put in median means is me against the wall trying to breathe. And as you can see, my face has changed, went way past the color of my shirt.
Oh,
I
no.
laughed so hard I got dizzy.
That's great.
And then my boss looks at me and goes, "You're going to help me pick these up." And I said, "It was you that made them fly out of there."
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Well, see, I was also the dick that would, when he would be counting down the register at the end of the night, I would show up and as he's counting ones, just start throwing out random numbers.
Oh, you ass.
I was doing that one night where somebody, they came in and their bill was like $180 and they paid with like 75 ones. And he's counting these ones and I walked up and he's like 38, 39. I said 14, 12, 2, 17, 18, 45. And he just looks at me and I could tell I'd made him lose count. What I was not expecting was him just hurling the stack of ones at me as hard as he could, making money go everywhere. I was like, "Devin, why would you do that?" And he goes, "You know why." I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah, very fair.
Grace, I can't remember how tall I made my tunnels.
I
think
can't
it
remember
was
how you
7
made
or
him
8.
either.
Well,
I didn't
you're
count.
still there, technically.
No,
You're just
no,
a
I'm
floor or
not.
2 up, aren't you?
No, I'm on the other side of the base.
Oh, mother fucking skeletons, I swear to God.
Oh, we're closer. Here's some pictures from Advance. Oh, there's the one where my boss turned 48 and we reversed his candles to say 84.
Oh,
Do I not have it? No, I don't have the picture saved. What I'll do, though, is I will take the picture of the cooked turkey and post it at me and memes to make everybody jealous. Because on average, those are what my fried turkeys look like. Oh, so good.
oh. OHP supercharged. So I'm taking this in a slightly different route. I'm doing the 2-carb overhead valve SS engine, which will be fun. 8 OHVB. Now I get to find out.
Yep, 7.
And
Don't go through that.
through what?
He was yelling at me.
I can still ask.
Oh no, it's going to go through a door. You don't want me to go through said door.
That said, before I start the engine, I think I'm going to wrap here. So I think it's a good place to stop because I'm not going to have this engine ready tonight. So
I mean, that is fair.
we will pick up next time, which will be in 2 weeks, with more chase stories and building this engine and the rest of the old Daddy T.
Yeah.
Chase and Link, thank you so much for joining me. And Chase, thank you for all the stories as always.
Yeah, I'll see if I can come up with some better ones for next time.
All good. Chat, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next time. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
And chat, I have one question for you. Anyone up for some customs? Bye!